Alright guys, so summer is here, and summer is that time of year where a lot of people like to go to the beach, a lot of people like to go to the pool, a lot of people just like to travel. And some people just like to always have their music with them and not necessarily always want headphones, so that you can still actually be aware of everything going on around you. So you're probably looking at different Bluetooth speakers and wondering what might be the best one for you and which one's this and that. Today we're going to be looking at a very small speaker that packs a lot of punch. And today we're looking at the Sony Extra Bass XB10. Alright, so to go ahead and get accessories out of the way, there is one. You get a micro USB cable, that's for charging, because this speaker gets 16 hours of battery life. Now, the advantage of 16 hours, obviously, is you don't have to worry about charging it as much, but if you're on vacation and you go to the pool one day, or go to the beach the next day, and you're just constantly throwing the speaker in your bag and going from one place to the next, that speaker's gonna last you a long time. Okay, so we're going to look at the speaker. As you can see, this thing is tiny. I mean, I have a big head, but this thing is small in comparison. As you can see, it does have this attached to it. Now you are able to take it off, but there is a huge advantage to this little, I don't even know what it's called. It's very rubber, you don't have to worry about this part breaking. It's not a clip, like you can't clip it onto bags and stuff like that. But it also lays down flat and allows you to sit your speaker on it this way. So if I were to sit it on my desk, I could put it like that and it can channel the sound out towards me instead of channeling up. The speaker itself is IPX5 rated, so what that means is you can't submerge it into water, but if you have it by the pool and a lot of water gets splashed onto it, or you happen to drop it in real quick and you pick it up, you're going to be okay. Now it's not one of those you can submerge deep into the water. If you drop it into the deep end of the pool, or if you just drop it into the beach, you're probably out of luck. These do come in several different colors. This one's considered grayish white. They have red, blue, black, tons of different ones to choose between. The beauty of this is if you get two, you can pair them together and have left and right speakers. So my computer's set up here. If I wanted to, I could pair two together, put them on each side, and I would have stereo sound. But one speaker by itself is actually really impressive. These at the bottom allow air to come out. Obviously with these being the Extra Bass series, you have like what are subwoofer ports to be able to push air out and give it more of a bass sensation. Obviously Sony is slapping Extra Bass on almost all of their products nowadays, and some are hit or miss. This one really does live up to the name Extra Bass for a speaker this size. As you can see, there is NFC on here, so if you have an NFC device, just simply touch it to pair and you're good to go. All of your controls are right here on the side as well. Your power button is here, your volume up and down. There is an add button so that if you do want to add another speaker, and then you have your play and pause button as well. Now you can see right here, this is a little rubber port. Now this keeps it watertight where your micro USB port is, and also your audio in if you want to plug anything in that way as well. Now the one thing I had a lot of fun with is pairing this with my Vita. This added a lot more power and punch to just playing games. Like if I'm sitting here and just want to leave it right there and play, it adds a lot more element to playing your games. So all the handheld gaming devices with Bluetooth and obviously your phones playing games, you will notice that it is a lot more fun to play games when you're hearing sounds in a lot more explosive way than what you're used to. So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna just play just a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of saying here's what it sounds like and playing it, because it's not gonna give you the full effect of what this speaker really sounds like.
And it tastes like...
It's really, really awesome how much bass is in this little speaker. Your speaker is up top. Like I said, if you sit it down, it's firing your music kind of like out and about. So what I found to be the best way to listen to this is like if you're out by the pool, obviously you can sit it on a little table, but if you sit it on the ground, it's gonna push out more sound. I found here at the desk whenever I'm listening to it, I really liked it with the little thing face down this way and the speaker firing more at me. Now everybody's gonna have different taste and different things the way that they want to listen to it. What's awesome about it is the fact that you get the option to listen to it shooting straight up or shooting straight at you. As far as volume, this thing gets really loud, can definitely fill a room like medium to maybe large size. Obviously if you're outside, this thing still gets extremely loud, but maybe isn't gonna be one of those humongous speakers that's sitting there, you know, making you feel bass while you're outside. The more bass you're gonna feel is more in the smaller to medium sized rooms that you're in. But again, this thing retails, I believe, for $60 on Amazon, which I'll put a link below. I was able to find it for $50. So if you look at it that way, you know, you could spend $100 buying 2 of these and have a really, really punchy stereo sound that you can't get with $100 speakers. So this gives you more versatility. Obviously, this thing can be thrown in a bag. I actually jumped this fence. This thing fell, hit a concrete ground, and rolled a little bit. And it didn't take a beating at all, because this is like a rubber silicone material that wraps around it, which is made to take a beating. Obviously, with the color that I chose, as soon as it hit the ground, I immediately thought that there was going to be marks that I couldn't get off of it. Obviously that wasn't the case. This thing still looks as good as new. Another thing I wanted to point out is because of the material that's on the bottom, whenever you place it somewhere, there's not a lot of movement. Now I think they did that obviously because with bass things shake, and because of the material that's on the bottom of this, your speaker's not moving away from you as you're listening to it. It stays put. It's very well built, very well thought of. For 50 bucks, even $60, which is the Amazon price right now, I think it's an incredible deal. Sony with speakers, I always think they know what they're doing. With headphones, it's hit or miss. So anyway, guys, that is my quick review of the Sony XB10. I hope you enjoyed it. I really do appreciate you checking out this video, and I appreciate all the support on all the other videos. And as always, guys, make sure to stay tuned for more.